Here I am, stalking the St. Lawrence Company through their walls, and they have no idea that I'm here, but we gotta get closer. But why am I here in the first place anyways? Well, that's because I wanted to insure my melee, but all my money is gone, so we have like 10 bucks, and we need 49, so how are we gonna get this? Robbing the SLC. Now, the first step to this, finding weapons. I managed to find a saber and a short bow that were near my house, so we have 2 weapons that we can use. They're not the best, but they will work. Now, we approach the fort. Now, as you see here, there's like 20 million dudes in a training down there. Now, if they were normal people, seeing an intruder just walk into their base might be a problem. But if it's the St. Lawrence Company, they'll walk right by you as you walk into the fort and be completely clueless, because Northwind community do really be like that sometimes. That's just how it goes. To get weapons, there's probably going to be some weapons in here. However, upon searching, I found nothing in any of the buildings. So now we're just going to try to ambush them, because they probably have some money on them. But we got to be very careful about this, because the second they see us inside the fort, they're going to just obliterate us. So we know there's multiple people inside of here, so we're just going to try to quick drop this guy with the short bow. And he's ran away from our wooden arrows. So this means we gotta run now. We're just gonna run across the fort and then get into a hiding spot that we're gonna blend in with our camo. And now we're just gonna watch these guys sit around here and try to bait us out, which that's not happening. We're just gonna keep crawling very slowly so they can't see us. This is some very slow crawling here, as you can tell. But now that we've alerted them and we wait for the amount of attention we're getting to go down slightly, and then they'll just forget that we existed, because it turns out stealth in video games is actually pretty realistic to real life. Anyways, now that they've forgotten that we're in here, we're gonna go and ambush another guy. But we gotta find more people, which means we gotta wait. And we also have to wait for someone to move very slowly, because when they start out from this building, they have a safe zone. And as they run behind a tent. However, this guy is running slowly, and he decides to make a stop. So this time, instead of using our bow, we're going to use melee. And this saber that we found in some random barrel should be good enough. Now that we've knocked them down, we're going to loot all their weapons, because we need weapons that can quick drop for this one. Now that we've acquired some quick drop weapons, what we were able to do is go and hide inside the battlements. Now, of course, killing them and then just walking away is going to cause a slight problem. So now they're searching for us in their fort, but of course their fort is too big and they can't find us. And we also have camouflage, so they're just completely blind. Now that we see some of them moving around there, we're going to try to find more easy ones to pick off after they forget we exist. However, this guy here, he just barely went in time before I could quick drop him. I actually have internet on this server, good enough to quick drop. While we're walking around, we spotted some guys up here, and we know which direction they're running to, because after he specifies which direction, we know, because we were the guy who ran in that direction, so we run in the opposite direction. Except here's the thing about the battlements, we're going to have to climb up right here, and I didn't realize it, but they were actually going in a circle, which means they're about to spot us, and if we get spotted, that's a very big problem. So we jump over. I don't know if they saw that. We're just going to immediately run as far away as we can, and we ran to the nearby boat area where we just hid behind the wall here, because it's a good place to conceal cover, plus it offers you a good amount of damage. Now that we have that battle done, we can kind of wait here until a while. Then we spot some guys over here. Specifically one guy who's shooting at some other guys, so we're going to rob this guy as well. Which we were able to quick drop him here, which I love quick drops, they're so fun to do. But now that we've taken him out, we're going to collect some loot and start running. But here's the thing, because we used guns, now we don't have any more guns, and they're chasing us. And also this guy is just... they missed their first shots, but now they've hit us with one, so between the two of them, they have one singular shot left, and we have one shot we can take. So we either die or live, and we die. While in prison, we had a very interesting conversation. Yeah, Northwind would be like this sometimes. On our next attempt, we hide behind a wall and we spot some guys here. We just walked right in. This time there's no SLC to greet us as we walk into the fort. We spotted this guy who just walked right by us. He has too much safe zone and he's moving too fast, so we can't ambush him. Then we actually went into the fort and we grabbed some stuff, like here. And what's in this box? Oh wow, look, it's a subscribe button and 2 pistols. But go subscribe now. I'm too lazy to edit that in. Alright, do it. Anyways, now that we have a full set of items that we can quick drop with all the way from the SLC fort without ever getting a bounty, now we just gotta use it to quick drop some people. First, we miss our shot here, and he goes into panic mode. I didn't know it at the time, but he can't actually quick drop us because he has no guns. So, you know, Masterwork can't really do anything if you have guns. I mean, it can if they dodge bullets. So we shoot him once, we wait a second, we shoot him again, and now we can loot him. We also, if we had a badge thing, we could have gotten like $1 zillion because it's a warrant officer badge we could have collected. Then we finally walk into here, and we realize we're broke. I can't insure this weapon, so our alternative option is selling wood. We have a little bit of wood to sell, but we don't have that much, so we still can't insure our weapon. Now this guy right here is a native. Now, given that we have an uninsured weapon, we really don't want to get attacked, but we also have a bounty. And this native goes to the bounty board. Now, the bounty board is where you get bounty contracts. For example, if you wanted to capture somebody and trade them in for money, you could do that with the bounty board. Now, natives are like dragons. They breathe fire and they run very fast, and they also have a lot of melee damage. So you just kind of have to outrun them, but they have more stamina than you. So, you know, it's not the greatest. We get hit by a fire arrow, and we gotta keep running. The one benefit of running from a native is that they shoot with bows. Bows are not guns. They take stamina to use. So if he shoots us enough times, he's gonna lose stamina, and we're gonna be able to outrun this guy, right? So eventually we outrun him. Except here's the thing, he is just gonna keep chasing us. So what we do here is we gotta put something in between us and them. Like, for example, if you miss your shot and you're near a cave, you can walk into the cave and stand behind a bear. Now, if they want to ambush us, they have to walk past the bear, which means they're going to take a shot, at which point the bear knocks them onto the ground and we can shoot them. So, we wait a little while for them to show up. Upon waiting a very long time, nobody shows up. Like, at all. Now, the fact that there's a native out there with a bounty hunting contract for us is a little concerning. But we do get back to the bank and we realize we're £1 short of insuring our boarding units. So now how are we going to solve this problem? Well, we can actually solve this problem by doing a few different things. We're going to try going for SLC badge contracts. Then this guy shoots us from up here who also has our bounty. Thankfully he's not a native, so he can't outrun us. We can outrun him. But the thing about it is that we don't really have a great option to run, so instead we're going to go into this cave here, which I didn't know it at the time, but he can actually see exactly which part of the cave we're in due to the bounty contract and the way the cave looks. So he actually knows we're behind this rock the whole time, basically. Yeah, it's not super scary or anything. We also don't have any bandages or a melee weapon, so, you know, it's not the greatest. We shoot him once, and now we just gotta kind of melee charge him with no bands or anything. We die, and then now he claims our bounty. But you notice there I didn't have the boarding units with the broadaxe equipped, because now we just need to make £1 for insurance, which we're gonna do by leveraging our broadaxe here, which we actually have a second one stored in our bank account from earlier. And now we're just gonna wait for this guy to attack us, at which point we'll use the superior damage and speed of our axe to destroy this other guy. He moves up and he attacks us, but we've already won because our axe is faster than theirs, which means that we now get a pound, which we can finally insure the boarding axe. I keep calling it the boarding axe. Anyways, now we have an insured broadaxe. I came back like a day later and all the insurance money was gone. I love Northwind. Anyways, if you guys like this video, make sure to like and subscribe. I will definitely have more tales from Longhouse coming out soon. Not really soon. I just kind of disappeared for a long time. I'm back now. probably. Alright, see you guys later. Goodbye.